Hello gentlemen, investors and traders. Thank you very much for paying attention to our review. Now we will analyze the main fundamental indicators of the company China Yuchai International CYD, ticker CYD. The review is based on current data as of June 10, 2024. According to Classification Guru.Markets company China Yuchai International belongs to the subcategory Equipment Heavy. 25 organizations participate in the assessment. This is very representative. Let's start with summary data for the company. A little further we will look at each indicator in a little more detail. If you're interested, you can pause the video. We invite you to study all the parameters of the company in question more carefully. You can view the database with the ticker structure using the link in the pinned comment. We kindly ask you to distribute this release among your friends. Well, friends, we are starting. Market capitalization of the company China Yuchai International CYD valued at $0.36 billion. With a market capitalization of the subcategory of $322 billion. China Yuchai International CYD accounts for a share of 0.113%. This is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $1.3 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $64 billion. China Yuchai International CYD constitutes a share of 2.034%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of market and book value, we see the following. Shared China Yuchai International in the subcategory when assessing the exchange value is 0.113%. The book value is 2.034%. This is 1,700% more than the share of the stock market capitalization. Assessment of the organization's share of market and balance sheet capitalization in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Overall company assessment China Yuchai International will be demonstrated towards the end of the review. Please watch the analysis to the end. The company's debts amount to $0.363 billion. Debt liabilities to book capitalization account for 27.9% of the company's capital. Score based on the level of the company's debt obligations. Good, 1 point. The ratio of the company's stock market value to profit is 8.9. With an average in the subcategory of 17.1, this is 48% lower than in the subcategory. Evaluation of the market price to its profit ratio in comparison with in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Profit for the last 12 months was $41 million. Projected earnings for the coming 12 months are expected to be $50 million. And this is 24.3% more than now. Assessment of expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's price to revenue balance is 0.1. The average for the subcategory is 2.1. This is 95% lower than for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market value to its revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $2,550 million. Forward revenue for the coming 12 months is tentatively expected to be $3,170 million. This is 24% more than currently. An assessment of the estimated future sales volumes in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. If you are interested in our analytics, in this case, please subscribe to us and click on the bell. For you, because it is free, you will be the one who will greatly help the dissemination of this project. The margin is 1.6%, with an average for the subcategory of 12.3%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 10.7%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share by number of personnel in the subcategory is 2.67%, which is 2,263% more than the share of market capitalization. This shows an imbalance in the company's market value. China Yuchai International, rather towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $44,000. And for the subcategory $1,050,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's performance is 95.8%. Estimation of the amount of company capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Good, 0.5 points. The amount of profit per individual employee is $5,000, with an average for the subcategory of $61,500. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 92%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Revenue per individual employee of the company is $312,000. In the 501k subcategory, the difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 61%. Estimation of revenue per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Short shares are 0%, with a subcategory average of 2.8%. This is the valuation of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 68% for the company China Yuchai International CYD. Whereas in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 46%. On average, subcategory securities are quoted lower than the company's China Yuchai International. Comparing the movement of a company's stock price China Yuchai International CYD and subcategory shares. We see that over the last 12 months stocks China Yuchai International showed a dynamics of -6.8%. Against the price dynamics for the subcategory of 15.7%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but it is necessary to keep this fact in mind. Before showing the total score, please make your own assessment China Yuchai International in the comment to the video. We look through every comment and try to respond to almost every response in the comments. Your responses in the comments help spread the channel Guru.Markets. The overall result is as follows, 5.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 2.3 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire stock market as a whole, we will see that the average result for the entire stock market as a whole is 0.4 points. Against a score of 5.5 points for China Yuchai International. Let's look at the table of orders that is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions with a reference evaluation system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and free. Link in the pinned comment. Let us remind you that on March 24, 2024, the order was published. Ticker CYD. Information and Reference System.GURU.Markets. The following decision was made on this order. Close the order. The final profit was 1.8%. Thank you all for watching to the end and for using the Information and Reference System.GURU.Markets. You are the coolest crowd on the entire planet.